Okay, big news. Big news. I just found out. I just found out that Carlos Mencia is doing stand up again. He is back from his hiatus. He's taking the mic. He's doing stand up. This is a big deal. It's going to be all over the place. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are already talking about it, but this is the first time I heard about it. So let's take a look. Okay. So I haven't listened to it yet, but this is his new stuff, which is insane. Okay, so a little bit of backstory on this guy. Carlos Mencia was accused of plagiarism by Joe Rogan back in 2005. Joe Rogan basically confronted Carlos Mencia, hence the picture that you saw earlier. And he let him know that it wasn't okay for him to steal jokes, right? And so the thing about this is that to this day, as far as what I know, Carlos Mencia has not admitted to stealing the jokes. He has not apologized. He's just holding his ground. That's just what I know. But basically, that's what happened. That's the big deal about this guy. And let me just read a little bit of Wikipedia. So in 2005, comedian Joe Rogan wrote a post on his website publicly accusing Mencia of being a plagiarist, alleging that Carlos Mencia stole jokes from a number of comedians. On February 10th, which is my cousin's birthday, in 2007, Joe Rogan confronted Mencia on the stage of the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard and accused him of plagiarism. Rogan posted a video of the altercation along with audio and video clips from other comedians, including George Lopez, Bobby Levy, Bobby Lee, and Ari Shaffir, amongst others. Rogan has also posted audio and video clips of Mencia's interviews and joke routines, comparing Mencia's routines to those of other comedians. So basically, he has proof, right? He has proof, and the thing about this is that usually if you know you did something wrong, if you're adult enough about it and you're willing to move forward, you apologize, depending on the situation, right? You apologize, you own up to it, you're like, okay, you know what, yeah, I did do this, my bad, guys, and then you move forward. But this guy was holding his ground for quite some time. There's a lot of the times where he just never admitted to it.
The Joe Rogan experience.
Let's check this one out.
Did you? I'm sure you've talked about this a million times. Did you ever stop going there for a chunk of time, or you?
I stopped for 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I stopped for 7 years after I had that.
I've heard this before a long time ago. I just don't remember the exact conversation, but this is just a briefing.
Dispute with Carlos
Right.
Mencia. Yeah, that was when he was way more popular than me. Like, especially as a comic, and the Comedy Store took his side, and I was like, all right, fuck
That's
you
right.
guys, and I took off. It wasn't really the Comedy Store either. It was this one guy who was the manager, because Mitzi, actually, I called Mitzi and gave her the whole rundown of what was going on.
And keep in mind that when this happened, Carlos was blowing up. You know, Carlos had his Mind of Mencia special on Netflix. I mean, on Comedy Central. And he had a couple seasons, and he was a big hit. Like, a lot of people were watching Carlos Mencia. I can't find the rest. But he did have his own show, and so he was blowing up. And so the thing that pissed off Joe Rogan was that he was blowing up. He was a big deal. He was moving forward in his career. And, sorry, that's too much. He was moving forward with his career, and he was basically just getting away with it. He was getting away with stealing jokes, and the guy never owned up to it. He was acting like a punk bitch. And so this is my stance on that. I did used to like Carlos Mencia. Don't get me wrong. I saw some of the skits he did, and they were pretty funny to an extent. They weren't like super haha hilarious, but they were something to watch, and they were pretty funny. And then all this stuff started unraveling, and so I stepped away from comedy for quite some time. I didn't really get too much into it, not because of this, but just because I was going through other stuff, through life. Life was kicking my ass at the time. And so as all this stuff was happening, like the confrontation and whatnot, and him not owning up to it and admitting, I was away from all that drama. But I did recap and retouch on the situation a little bit later. But either way, let's go ahead and see what Joe Rogan said about this and why he stepped away from the Comedy Store himself.
I told her, and she's like, "Why don't you just stay away from them?" And then she gave me a spot that night, and then they called me up 2 hours later to tell me that I was banned. So I said, "Wait a minute! I just talked to Mitzi. Like, she gave me a spot. She told me when to go up. So if she's not running the store, like, who's deciding I'm banned? You are? Like, what are you doing? Like, do you guys understand?"
Okay, maybe that's not what I wanted to post, but let me see. Joe Rogan. Whoops. Confronts Carlos. And Chip Out, like, that's not even his actual name. Is this it? Oh, okay, here we go. Check this out. I didn't know he tried to make a show out of it. That's funny. No man has... Here we go. This is...
I'm somebody important enough that he had to end the show by saying Carlos Mencia. That's who I am.
You don't know how difficult it is for comedy. You don't know that nobody supports comedy. You don't know that nobody... If someone steals a riff from a song, that shit's in the news constantly. Motherfuckers steal shit and make it on HBO. They steal shit, they put it on television. What are you saying? Listen, I know you guys...
saying that you're acting...
That's the thing that pissed me off is that he was... I don't know if Joe Rogan approached him before that in private or not, but either way, the fact that he was being accused of stealing, and he didn't own up to when he had the opportunity to, was a big deal because it snowballed into something so much greater that he thought was going to happen. And so Carlos Mencia actually stepped away from comedy. Actually, why do I keep calling him Carlos? That's not his real name. His real name is Ned Arnell. He's an Hondureño American comedian, but his real name is Ned Arnell. Carlos is just his stage name, I guess. But either way, he was confronted. He didn't own up to it. He ended up receiving a lot of backlash. I don't know what happened to his show. Like, I don't know if that's the reason why they canceled the show or if it just wasn't funny. But it just snowballed and he stepped away from comedy for quite some time. And every time he would come out to public, to podcast or people to interview him, they would ask him about that situation, if given the opportunity, and he would still then deflect and he would still not own up to it. And that's what makes it very interesting.
They're not agreeing with you. They don't even know what the fuck I do. They don't even know what the fuck I do. They don't know shit. You just talk shit. It's easy to say you steal shit. I could say you steal shit, but I don't, because I'm not a little bitch. No, let me tell you what I think. I think that every time you open your mouth, you talk about me, I think that you're secretly in love with me because you can't shut the fuck about me. That's what I personally fucking think.
Okay, I don't know, but either way, ever since I heard about this, I honestly stopped respecting Carlos. And obviously, because of what I was going through, I stopped looking at his stuff. And then when I touched base back on him, I came to find out that his show was canceled. Maybe not for this reason, possibly for another reason. But here's the thing.
So how are you?
Here's the thing. The most recent confrontation or recent podcast between Bobby Lee, who he was accused of stealing jokes from, and Carlos was such a big hype and such a big thing that even then, a much more recent time, had the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Mistakes were made. Let's put this under the rug. Let's just sweep it over and let's just move forward. But even then, he still
feeling now
he didn't admit to it.
with all the controversy that had happened?
My absence from the internet in all those years allowed a narrative to be created that will never change, no matter what I do.
I don't like trashing fellow comedians. I really don't. I genuinely don't.
No.
There is no comeback for whose jokes are you telling now? What jokes did you do? Oh, you wrote a new joke? Like, there's no comeback for that. I can't say anything to that.
Carlos is like, the problem is like, I'm not on the internet. I'm not on social media really.
Of course he is.
Well, he's saying like, he doesn't really have a voice on there.
So
So
an Instagram page. He's got a few different versions. One of
Yeah.
his versions is I've recorded all my shows since 1993, and if I ever stole a joke, I would go back and say, "Listen, I could show you that I did it before you."
Like, I've recorded all my shows since 1993. I don't have to fight anybody on anything.
So that's the thing. If he says that he's recorded things from the very first time he was able to, why didn't he come out with the proof? Why let all this time happen and pass without you defending yourself with the proof that you say you had? And so that's what makes it insane. So either way, that's his background. That's his story. He's a joke thief, but that's not what this is all about. The fact that he came back to comedy is pretty insane. How many people know about this? I'm pretty sure a lot of you already do. I'm just coming in contact with this news. But this is him coming back.
What's up, y'all? What's up, man?
And he looks the same. He doesn't even look aged. Like, he does not look... That's funny. Like, all this time out and he doesn't even look super old or anything like that. He's still... How old is he actually? 1967. What? So we're in 2023 minus 1967. He's 56 years old? That guy does not look 56. Dang. Oh my God, he does not look 56 either way.
You fill my heart. Well, let's piss some people off. Fuck it. No, I don't mean to. I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't. We just live in a different world. People used to want to laugh. Now people want to go online and go, let me tell you what the fuck is that.
That's
It's
me.
just the
I'm
way
people.
it is. I don't mean to be, like in real life, I don't hang out with people anymore because everybody's too sensitive. I only hang out with two groups of people in real life.
Okay.
Illegal immigrants and rednecks. That's it. That's it. Because they're the only people that I've never offended.
Okay, I don't know. Either way, I just thought that was something that I would touch base on because I got really excited that he came back. I'm very interested in what is gonna happen after this. He's debuting. Let me see. He's okay, anyways. So I'm just very interested in what's gonna happen. Did he really come back to the comedy world? Is everything gonna be okay? Is he gonna steal jokes again? or at least is he gonna give credit to other comedians? But I don't know. This is a short session. I just want to document, talk about it. I'll go ahead and edit it a little bit, but either way, he's back. Basically, he's doing stand up. Is Carlos Mencia doing stand up? Let's see. Wait, has he been doing stand up this whole time? Okay, this was uploaded. Yeah, he's fucking going ham. Look at that. On October, he's at it again. October 13th, he's going to wherever this is at, Traverse City. Is that Michigan? I don't know. These either way. He's at La Brea, he's at the Improv. We've been to there. My wife actually took me there. He's in Florida, Texas, Montana, Oxnard, California. It's pretty close. He's full on going to all kinds of stuff. Look at that. The guy's back. I don't know why he waited so long, especially if he has proof. Why did he let the drama unravel that hard if he has proof? But I guess the guy's back. I don't know. Just want to touch base. I'm going to try to get a feel of used to like doing things like this. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I'll see you in the next one.